The Russians said after 2002, you have completely destabilized the nuclear arms control framework. It's in that context that the United States was pushing missile systems in Eastern Europe and the former Soviet Union, these Aegis anti-ballistic missile systems, overthrew the government in Ukraine, built a 1 million person or man army in Ukraine under Trump, by the way, who calls himself the man of peace. He armed Ukraine in the first term to a 1 million man army, the biggest army in Europe. And then in 2019, Trump walked out of the Intermediate Nuclear Force Treaty, basically destroying the nuclear arms control framework while also pushing missile systems and U.S. military bases up to Russia's nose. This is why we're in such a dangerous, unstable mode, and there's such lack of clarity and honesty for one moment in any of this. Trump, by the way, one of his many, many weaknesses, but one of his great weaknesses is the confusion of speaking truthfully to the American people in a speech, for example, which he never gives, versus a Truth Social post with 8 exclamation points in capital letters, which is not the same thing as trying to explain what is happening and how we get out of this. He probably doesn't have the capacity to do what needs to be done just at an individual level. But we lack any clear understanding, and that's why there is so much instability. And Washington is completely incoherent because there is no clarity of policy from one moment to the next.
Professor, last question from me. Let's say, going back to Israel and Gaza, let's say the world does nothing and this final solution is allowed to just unfold. What does that mean for the future of the world?
The world is in the most dangerous state since the end of World War II. And the Doomsday clock, which portrays how close we are to Armageddon, puts the clock at 89 seconds to midnight, the closest that it's been since the clock was unveiled in 1947. We have no rules of the road right now. We have no clarity